Hello children, it's Mrs. Robertson here and welcome back to this half term. I hope you all had an enjoyable week last week and hopefully we're going to be welcoming some more children back very soon. I'd like to start today's collective worship by saying, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Today's collective worship is all about Fair Trade Fortnight. You may already know about Fair Trade, but today I hope that I can remind you what it is all about. This shows part of the journey of a banana, from the farmer being transported and then onto the shops. Many people have a job to do before we are able to actually buy a banana in a shop. So, what is Fair Trade Fortnight? Fair trade is all about workers receiving better prices for the goods that they grow, as well as having a better standard of living. Fair Trade Fortnight is an event that happens every year. Lots of people from schools, businesses and other places come together to show their support for farmers and workers in developing countries who grow our food, drinks and grow the cotton in our clothes. Sadly, these people are often underpaid and exploited. Having Fair Trade Fortnight also increases the awareness of fair trade. Fair Trade Fortnight 2021 will take place from Monday the 22nd of February to Monday the 7th of March, and the theme is Climate, Fair Trade and You. So today is actually the first day. Fair Trade Fortnight 2021 will highlight the challenges climate brings to farmers and workers in the fair trade communities. Last year, the pandemic showed us more than ever how interconnected we are around the world, and this is at the heart of the fair trade message. Let's have a think about how our choices make a difference to the lives of people around the world. The climate crisis is happening right now. Climate change is causing farmers to have fewer crops grow, so they have less to sell. Fair trade farmers and workers face huge challenges so that they can afford their everyday needs. The pandemic has made this even more of a challenge. Low prices for crops is the biggest challenge for fair trade producers, and fair trade gives farmers higher incomes so they can afford their everyday needs while challenging climate change. Fair trade needs you to choose the world you want and use your voice to tell others about the climate change challenges that farmers face. So who does fair trade actually help? Fair trade helps over 1.65 million farmers and workers in 74 countries across the world. By choosing to buy fair trade products, you are helping to improve the lives of so many families. Can you name any fair trade products? In certain shops and supermarkets, there will be an option to buy fair trade. Things like flowers, chocolate, sugar, bananas and coffee. How do you know if a product is fair trade? This is the Fair Trade logo, and this is what you would see when you are buying anything that is fair trade. Did you know that only 1 in 3 bananas bought in the UK are fair trade? When you actually buy an item with the Fair Trade logo on it, you are supporting farmers and workers to improve their lives. Fair trade products have been made or produced by small farms that meet the fair trade standards. This means that We are all helping to improve the environment and quality of life and farmers. If a banana is cheaper to buy, it's probably because the farmer has not received enough money to cover their costs. If you buy a fair trade banana, you know that the farmer will definitely have received enough money. Bananas grow in tropical countries. Many bananas we buy come from Central America and the Caribbean. Marshall is a banana farmer. He grows his bananas with the help of his family on a small plot of land and relies on the money he makes selling his bananas to support his family. Sometimes this is very difficult. Bernard is a coffee farmer. Coffee needs good warm temperatures to grow and good rainfall to flower and grow the coffee cherries. If the rain comes at the wrong time, the coffee plants can become too dry and die. Farmers depend on making a good income from their coffee and rely on the weather being right. Bernard comes from Kenya, and he helps to train other farms to find ways to protect their crops. Cocoa only grows in tropical forests where it is warm and humid, and there is some protection from other types of trees. These cocoa farms are often remote, a long way away from towns and cities, and farmers struggle to earn enough money to meet their needs. This is Therese. Her village doesn't even have a road. You can only get to it by foot, motorbike, or a four-wheel drive through the fields. We buy products grown by farmers like Martial, Bernard and Therese every single day. What we choose to buy can make a very big difference. These three farmers are all called fair trade farmers. This means that if we choose their products with the fair trade mark, they receive a better deal for their products. Now that we've had time to think about what fair trade actually means, and thinking about the farmers you've just heard about, let's just have a moment to reflect. Think about all those workers who grow all the foods we like to eat. Do all the workers get a fair price for the produce they grow? Would buying fair trade products help improve the lives of others? Just take a moment to think about everything we've heard today. So now we're going to do something slightly different. I've got a very, very short quiz. There are only 8 questions, but I'd like you to have a think about what we know about cocoa, fair trade and the climate. So if you write down the numbers 1 to 8 on a piece of paper, I'm going to read out a question, and what I'd like you to do, I'd like you to put a tick if you think it's true, or put a cross if you think it's false. We're going to go through the answers at the very end. So, if you're ready, question 1 is this. Chocolate bars are made from beans. Put a tick if you think that's right, or put a cross if you think it's false. Question 2. Cocoa trees grow in the desert. Put a tick if you think that's right, or a cross if you think it's false. Question 3. Chimpanzees love the taste of cocoa. Is that true, or is it false? Question 4. Cocoa trees grow best in freezing temperatures. So put a tick if you think that's true, or a cross if it's false. Question 5. All humans need healthy food to live. Put a tick if you think that's true, or a cross if it's false. Question 6. All humans need a car to live. Is that true, or is it false? Question 7. Farming is always very harmful to the planet. Is that true or false? And the last question, question 8. The choices we make can change the world. Put a tick if you think that's true, or a cross if you think it's false. Okay, so hopefully you've got your pencils ready and you can see how many of the questions you got right. So question 1, chocolate bars are made from beans. This is very true. They are made from beans, but not baked beans, of course. Chocolate is made from cocoa beans. Find out all about cocoa production in the film Guardians of the Rainforest, if you've got time to get a grown-up to help you look for that. So question 1 was true. Question 2, cocoa trees grow in the desert. This is false. The desert would be too dry for cocoa beans to grow. Cocoa trees grow best in the rainforest. So that one was false. Question 3. Chimpanzees love the taste of cocoa. This is true. Chimpanzees love the taste of sticky, sweet cocoa beans. If you do manage to see that or find that film, Guardians of the Rainforest, you will find out there how farmers stop their pesky neighbours from eating their crops. So question 3 was true. Question 4. Cocoa trees grow best in freezing temperatures. Well, that is false, because cocoa trees grow well in warm temperatures, and they actually need to be at least 20 to 32 degrees Celsius. So that one was false. Question 5. All humans need healthy food to live. This is, of course, true. We all need healthy food to live. Question 6. All humans need a car to live. Well, that one was false. A car is something that's nice to have, but it's not a human need. Question 7. Farming is always very harmful to the planet. That is, of course, false. It is possible to farm sustainably in a way that does not harm the planet. Again, you can find out more from that lovely film called Guardians of the Rainforest. So question 7 was false. Question 8. The choices we make can change the world. Of course, this is true. We can all make a difference in the world through the very small choices that we make every single day. Now have a look and see how many you managed to get right. And maybe if you're talking to a grown-up, you might like to talk about some of those answers. Well done if you got many of them right. Well done. So what more can we all do? If we are trying to support fair trade, we can try and spot the fair trade logo in shops and choose to buy these products. We can try and find out more about fair trade. I wonder if we could design a poster. That would help us to teach others about what fair trade is all about. Can you copy the logo? We're now going to end our collective worship today with a prayer. Dear God, we pray for the farmers in other countries, people we will never meet or even see, but who grow things that we use every day. Show us what we can do to encourage them so that they may receive a fair prices for their goods. Lord of the harvest, show us how to live in your world. Amen. I hope you've learnt a little bit more about fair trade today, children, and let's hope that we can teach others the importance of recognising the Fair Trade logo. Thank you for listening today. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it.